Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sawyer 7, episode 39 already. Last week. Bad with geography. You guys made it through the mountains. Over the river and through the woods to Bile's house you went. The home of the Dragonborn. You guys
Does anyone need healing?
started to get settled. And you found out the origin of do you need healing? Or does anyone need healing? Yeah. You guys get settled into your bunk room here. The Order of Draken. The Dragon Order. What would y'all like to do?
Go check out my old room.
Okay.
As for the others, I have no idea what they're doing.
Check out the rooms for you, I guess.
Okay, it's a military style bunk room. So not much.
Not the most comfortable, but it'll certainly do.
Yeah, Bile, you can go to the other side of this kind of little circle and go back to the wouldn't exactly call it an orphanage. It's where everybody, if they had parents, or even if they had parents in town, are not trained. Find your old room where you spend a lot of your time in.
Alright. I can also check on see how the training is coming along too.
Yeah, there are, you know, as you're well aware from being here for a lot of your, or almost all of life you remember, there's kids in different stages of training.
I'll stay and watch for a little bit, talk to some of the instructors.
Okay.
What time of day is it now? Like, how much time do we have left? Like, are we going to bed soon, or
Probably about an
do we still have?
probably about an hour till sundown.
Okay. Well, so I'll look around at Royce, Lucy, and Tomash and just ask, is anybody hungry? Should we go explore this place a little bit?
I don't know that exploring has done me very well.
You can explore without stealing stuff, Royce.
It was borrowing, but same thing.
Can we clip the look on Meg's face just then?
I don't know. Can somebody clip that?
I think Meg's is the one who does most of the clipping, so I
That
don't
is
know.
true. That's true.
Borrowing, stealing, same thing.
Liberating.
You can explore without stealing stuff.
You're not with us.
That's true.
I know, I know.
Liberating the mimic out of the jar.
It's a jar of dirt.
Suppose we should see what the dinner plans are.
Yeah, I'm curious to see more of this place.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second.
Relish is the green stuff.
Yeah, that I couldn't remember. For Mac Salad.
Because it shouldn't be in there.
Yep. All right. Where would you guys like to travel to?
Well, what do we see when we walk outside?
So specifically, when you guys walk outside, you're in the specific the Circle of Io area. So it's kind of like its own separate walled off facility where they train, clerics like Bael, and you see people that you could vaguely place as monkish. Some other types as well. But beyond that, you have basically the entire beyond that gate, which is open for you guys. You have like the entire kind of city, which is the small 2 to 3 story stone buildings that kind of make up the majority of this place because they can't obviously make it too tall because of the spell shield. So yeah, directly outside, you basically see just a bunch of people drilling and training. Some of them doing like the yoga that Bile does. Others practicing different spells or their martial arts.
I'll just stand and observe for a minute.
Yeah. It's interesting for you all to kind of, for lack of a better word, see where Bile gets it.
Yeah, I think after like a minute or so of watching this all happen, I'll just say to the others, like, I think I'm beginning to understand Bael a little bit more.
Yeah, like you get where the regiment, the regimented training and sticking to what they know that of Bael a little bit clearer.
It's a whole city full of derp clerics.
All I hear is, "Do you need healing?" I get it now. I'm kind of concerned. They don't just see that we need it.
I mean, it's very polite, I suppose.
But if I get hit real hard, they should probably just do it.
I mean, yeah, like if I'm bleeding out on the battlefield, please don't ask for my permission. Just
Yeah.
just do it.
Just do it.
It's pretty good, Royce. You should trademark that.
Swish.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a check. It's
Swish.
a check mark. It's a swish.
Yeah.
Should we see about getting food somewhere around here? I kind of wouldn't mind exploring the rest of the city.
They probably have bananas, which I don't want.
I think I've had enough bananas to last me quite a while.
I agree with you. I mean, the other thing is we're probably going to find bananas or banana sandwiches of some sort. And I'm going to avoid those. I need some meat. Let's find what we have around here that has some game in it or something to fill us up.
Well, if you want some game, Royce, we could always just go back out that door and go hunting in the woods.
Are they going to let us though is the question.
Uh, it seems like I don't know. A place like this seems maybe they aren't so keen on letting outsiders in, but I'm sure that once they're in, letting them out isn't a big deal.
But are they going to let us back in is the question.
I mean, we can always ask.
Maybe they don't want us to tell where they are either, though. They've been hidden for a long
Yeah.
time.
Well, let's just go see what kind of food we can find. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Lucy, how do you feel about this?
I feel like we should probably just ask if there's like dinner plans or something first.
She's the more regal of all of us, though. I think we should go with what she says.
Yeah, that seems fair to me. So who's in charge around here?
Let's ask.
Um, Well, you would
So,
probably be walking out around the dorm around this time because it has been about 20 minutes. And Zahir, who you guys saw earlier, uh, is milling about the courtyard. Notices you guys out of the bunk room. I see you all are milling about. Are you making yourselves comfortable here?
yes, thank you.
Excellent.
We were just wondering about dinner. Are there plans or are we on our own?
Um, we do. I mean, you can eat in the chow hall with the students. We also have several taverns in town that just serve food. We don't really get many travelers, so they don't really have rooms, but they do serve food. People do go out to eat. So the choice is really yours.
Well, we're following you here.
I'm just standing there listening.
Do you want to eat in the chow hall with the other students, or go find a tavern?
I really want her stew.
Fair.
It's been over a year.
True. Maybe another evening while you guys are here.
We could always eat with the students, see what their impressions are of us.
Yeah, and you can see how much the place has changed, or if it hasn't at all.
When I was watching the students practice, did they come up with some newer techniques?
They're still drilling them the same way you guys were. The same way you were as a student at your age.
So I forget what time's chow again? About game?
Probably in about like 5-10 minutes.
Well, if you want to eat in the mess hall, we got about 5-10 minutes before they all pile in there.
Sure, lead the way.
I'll take them and show them.
Okay. Easy enough to do.
So how y'all liking the place so far?
It's definitely interesting. I've never been to a place quite like this before.
Yeah, it is amazing here. I forget the one instructor's name, but if you get snippy with him, he'll make you work out for an hour.
Shall we make our way to the hall then?
Make him away. Yeah, he said he was leading you guys, so.
Yeah, we're walking and talking.
Yep. Or as some people would call it, the Sorgan. Lenny, you know I'm right. You guys get in there. It's a pretty sizable like mess hall. Probably about the size of your dining room back home, Lucy. But just rows and rows of like benches and like tables to sit, and there's at the end, there's like a line to get kind of food from all of these steaming hot cauldrons. Got some got something that looks like it's probably vegetarian at the front, that looks like it's a bunch of noodled like carrots and other root vegetables with real noodles in some kind of broth. And then something that looks like slow cooked, some type of meat layered with cheese in a couple of other things. Real life equivalent. Kind of looks like a casserole. That looks pretty tasty. And then something that looks like in the last cauldron, something that looks like dessert that's made with some type of berry and some sweet bread that's been crumbled up and cooked down in the last one.
I'll grab a little of everything, but I'm particularly excited about the casserole because I don't think I've had one since my mom used to make them when I was growing up.
Yep. Okay.
I'll take the noodle dish.
Nice.
And then whatever
I mean-
the dessert is.
I'm gonna get a little bit of everything as well.
Okay.
Same.
Cool. Yeah, the veggie noodle dish, very, very delicious, very well seasoned. You're starting to get even more of Bael and why he likes good food and why he strives to cook good food. The casserole is very gamey tasting compared to what you're used to. Also a little tough. You're not quite sure what it is. But the dessert turns out preserved strawberries in like a bread pudding. And it's very, very sweet and very, very tasty.
So are we eating just like on the benches?
Yeah.
Like surrounded by the other students?
So after about 5 minutes after you guys start to like eat, the students like sprint in like to try and get the good stuff on top before you get like the scrapes at the bottom of the cauldrons. So there's like a mad dash and a mad seat. They don't even notice you guys. They've been training for like 8 hours. They just want food. And they pile their plates up compared to you guys.
I just smile and watch the students. And
Yeah.
then if any of them sit down near us,
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to talk to them. Like, oh, do you like it here? What kinds of stuff are you learning?
They generally give you a wide berth at first because they're still not sure what to make of you guys. But as like it goes on and there's less and less seats available, eventually a couple of the Dragonborn will sit by you guys.
Right, have a seat. We don't bite.
Okay. Kind of like probably 10 or 12-year-old red Dragonborn kid will sit next to you guys at the table and just put it back.
So what's your name?
Kiris,
It's nice to meet you. I'm Alvin.
nice to meet you too. You're Bael. You trained here, right?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
How's living here treating you?
It's good. I've only been here like 8 or 9 months when we left the Empire and came here.
So in human years, he's about what? 10 to 12
10 or
years
10 or
old?
12. So above game, Dragonborn age like humans to like 18 to 19, and then they do that slower age slower thing.
you been learning some interesting things during your 8 or 9 months?
Yeah, they're teaching me. They're teaching me how to fight.
So what are you studying to be?
I'm not sure yet. They haven't made me pick.
I'm sure you probably went through the tests, preliminary.
Yeah, it's why I'm not in the magic classes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Does your family come visit?
Well, they live in town, so I see them every now and then.
That's good. Any other siblings?
No, just me.
Can I insight check? Is he like disappointed at not being in the magic classes?
Yeah, go for it.
I figure my passive's high enough for that, right? To figure that out.
24, yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 10. I have a passive 12 though. But
So he's not trying to deceive you, I think you get a little bit of like, yeah, it's a little disappointing, but not everybody can be a caster, I guess, kind of attitude about it in his voice.
So looking him over, studying him, is he more built for stealth or like frontline tank fighterish?
I would say because your passive insight is just insane at 24. You see like some bandages like on his like knuckles and stuff. Like he's probably training to be like a monk type at the school. Because you do know they train clerics, they train wizards, they train sorcerers, they train fighters, they train monks. They do train Dragonborn and stealth here too. It's lesser and probably in different areas in the order than the circle of IO. So yeah, he
Well,
probably.
they also have to have stealthy scouts too. So
So they do occasionally dabble in it. But you're more likely to find a rogue at some of the other circles uh here than yours. But yeah, probably training to be a monk based off of their appearance.
so from just a quick glance, you're probably wanting to become a monk.
Or a fighter. They never let me hold a sword. They don't they
How
don't they don't they don't trust us yet.
how well did you do?
Well, I did all right, but they don't give us weapons until we're 13. Then we get to wield swords.
Nice, nice.
Thinking
Um,
back, you mostly remember doing unarmed stuff until you were maybe 12, 13. And then they finally put weapons in your hands to see if one stuck.
I'll have to stop by and watch you train.
I'd be so nervous.
just remember, it's not about what kinds of powers you have on the outside. It's about what's in here.
Yeah, it's what's in your heart.
Most people in the world out there can't do any of this. Like whoever you are in here, you're special. And we're going to need all of you eventually.
That's that's true.
Yeah, but don't always lead with your heart. You also have a gut. I'll also use that too.
And
And a
ahead.
brain. Brain's a good option.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's not so much about what you've been given. It's about how you use it.
It makes sense.
What was your name again, son?
Above game, he posted it.
Yeah.
Kyrus.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a strong warrior name.
Thank you.
Also, looking at him, does he look like he's well off? His family and that, or is he like kind of poor?
He has like some finer like leather straps and some silver buckles on like his outfit that some of the poorer kids wouldn't have, but they're also kind of like worn. So you get kind of the impression like to get out of the Valerian Empire, they might have spent like his family might have spent what they had to get out. With your
I mean,
24 passive insight.
So why did your family leave the Empire?
Well, you know, ever since the War of the Ancient One, like, yeah, and him trying to go crazy and bring back Tiamat, the Empire really looked down on Dragonborn and were you know not treating us the best. And then when everything happened 5 years ago, and he took over the Adventurers Guild, and then they burned down Sadoba. When my parents thought it was time we got out, we bounced from place to place before hearing about this and finally making it here. So I've lived on the road for 5 years now.
so what kind of jobs does your parents do, or
Oh,
professions?
I don't really remember what they did before they got here. Everybody, I'm sure you remember. You're from here. Everybody, does a job that helps the community, whether that's farming or blacksmithing. My mom does tailoring work. But everybody just kind of pitches in and helps where they're needed at any given moment.
So your mom's a tailor.
Yeah.
What's your dad do?
Right now he does farming. He's also done some blacksmithing work since we've been here.
We got a blacksmith in the part in our with my friends here, right, Alan?
In a manner of speaking, sure.
Maybe you could teach his father some tricks.
Oh, I wouldn't presume to be able to teach anyone anything they don't already know. But just know that not everyone in Valeran thinks that way. I know it seems like the Empire is a monolith, but I think for a lot of people there, we know that it's not fair to hold the crimes of Tiamat and some of the dragons against all of the Dragonborn people. I had to learn that the hard way,
Yeah,
but it's not fair what's been happening to you.
yeah, yeah. I think it's been tough on our kind, and I'm glad that we 38 years ago somebody decided to create this place for us, so that when things did get worse, a bunch of people ran here.
Looking around nonchalantly, what's the other students doing? Are they grubbing or listening
They're
in?
getting like seconds. They're not really super paying attention.
Well, Karis, I'll stop by later and watch you train, but you better might stock up on seconds.
Okay. And he kind of sees how low some of the cauldrons are getting and kind of goes, oh, well, crap. And kind of gets up and runs away. So go get more food.
And I just sit there, eat my food quietly.
I kind of feel like we just did more good with that conversation than we have in the last year.
Yeah, we gotta teach these youngins the truth.
Maybe for your realm, still feel that we did very good back at my home with Rose, putting her in power.
Oh, of course. I didn't mean that. I just meant that it seems like there have been so many roadblocks and complications lately. Fighting against dragons and fiends and undead and forge guardians, all manner of other things that it's nice to have a conversation with a child, someone who's innocent in all this and just starting to figure out who they want to be.
I suppose that's fair. Bael, could you check in on Penelope tonight and see where she's at and what she's doing?
Yeah, no problem. I can do that.
I just wonder if she's back from her information seeking mission yet.
Yeah, I could do that before we turn in for the night.
Thank you.
And plus, I told Alvin there's a couple places that I wanted to take him and show Royce also. There's one place in particular tomorrow I want to show you, Lucy.
Okay.
So sitting there eating, right,
Mm-hmm.
looking around the entire room. Yes, I'm like full circle 360 studying. Does any of the students seem like they're sneaking something, hiding something?
What is your passive perception?
Which one?
Perception?
20.
Doesn't seem like it. Seems like most of them keeping their heads down.
Any of the instructors in here keeping like beady eyes on certain students?
They're pacing the rows up and down, giving the eyes to everybody. Like lunchtime at a Christian academy.
One of the instructors that I know, when he or she walks by, I'll be like, "You still at it, huh?"
Oh, good, he's back.
I sense some sarcasm.
To what do I owe the misfortune?
Well, that's up to the Dragonbada to tell you. But I did bring the order some gifts.
Fascinating.
Does the students need any newer gear or anything?
In this day and age, we can always use new gear.
Are you
Okay.
doing Snape right now?
No,
Is that what's happening?
no.
Refresh my
Sounded
memory.
like it.
Believe it or not, no. I don't have a British accent right now.
Refresh my memory. Who do I go to talk to about helping with the students' gears?
Sawyer does our budget.
All right. I finish putting the food in my mouth. I nod and I walk towards his or her office. I forget.
Her.
Her. Uh, halfway. Alvin Royce, meet me 9 o'clock.
Sure.
All right.
Why not? Sure.
Okay. So you're gonna go to the head of the order's office. Did you
Yeah.
mean 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. tomorrow?
PM.
Okay. Yeah, you know where her office is. You didn't spend a lot of time in it. Luckily, but
I do the usual knock I always do.
yeah. Come in, Bael.
Walk in.
How was dinner?
Some of the best food I've eaten in over a year.
Excellent. It's a good day when we, catch an owlbear and are able to serve it.
Yes, ma'am. So that's what the gaming part was.
Yes.
Didn't go over too well with my friends.
Mm. It is an acquired taste.
So I hear that you guys need some better equipment.
I mean, we always need equipment. Bael.
And what kind of equipment? How much would you need?
You can always use metals to forge new weapons. New training swords for the students, actual armor instead of studded leather.
He leans up and puts his elbow on her desk and sits like this. All right, how much?
I couldn't put a number on it. We get more.
10,000.
Probably, yes.
Puts 1,000 platinum on her desk.
All right. I'll make
That
this
should
go as far as it can.
that should help. So since everybody knows, my secret hiding spot's still there untouched, right?
Should be.
All right. And you guys still have that little like I thought there was a cave with the pole in it or something.
No, not that I remember. I don't remember you going there.
I went there once.
Well,
Well, it's nice seeing you.
it's good to have you back.
Have you been told what's going on? Why we're here?
I believe you guys filled her in on the road above game, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
This is the one I handed the book to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the book I let you read, what'd you think?
I compared it against some of our records. It seems to be part of the Elvish origins myth. Interesting to see the dwarves carving it into stone.
Did you have these words on record or no?
Not exactly. Some words were different. They've been reconciled with each other.
All right. I also hand her a copy of that with the copy of the notes from the Feywild
All right.
and what I know about what I've was allowed to write down about the dwarves' place.
Okay.
All right, I want to see, go make my rounds, watch the students.
They're all winding down for the night. If you're leaving her office.
Yeah,
Bael, but before you go.
I didn't do it. Yes.
Come back tomorrow.
Okay. Something wrong?
We need to have a conversation about going forward, but
Passive high enough to figure out something's really eating at her.
not necessarily eating at her, but something fairly important.
All right. What time?
Um, After meditation, students' meditation in the morning.
So about 9 a.m.
Yes.
Alrighty. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Okay.
About what time of day is it?
It is probably now about 8 o'clock and the sun is setting.
Alright, I'll go to the spot and wait until 9.
Okay.
Sit there and meditate.
Okay. At 9, what are you doing?
Waiting for Alvin and Royce to show
Oh,
up.
you described the hiding spot to them.
Yeah.
I will show up.
All right.
I'll show up.
Well, you wanted to show Lucy this also, so I figured I'd show both the ends. So we got some climbing to do.
Lead the way.
Right, I go to the back of the building, and is the climbing holes still there, or did they patch them up?
They've kind of been patched up, but people have like re-broken it open.
Uh, it's safe to climb up, just don't rush. And by the way, I'm not in my armor. My armor's in my bedroom.
Okay.
Just in case you wanted to know, I rolled a 15 for climbing.
I was gonna say, it's if you guys take your time, there's not really a take your time. There's not really a roll. It's not super difficult. It's not like climbing a vertical or a post-vertical rock face. To where are you climbing?
To the top.
Oh, to the top of the tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the whole view of the whole place.
Yeah. So you guys spend probably about 25 minutes climbing just because you're taking your time. It's a little uneven. But on top, this tower, there's windows, but you guys kind of climb around them, and there's a flat top here where you can just kind of sit up and see the entirety of the Dragon Order city. Probably very close to the spell shield at this particular spot. It's not super high. You see all the little tiny lights of all the windows going out into the distance.
This is where I go every night for about an hour or two
It's
before I
beautiful.
hit the hay.
The city is bigger than I expected.
So I figured you and Lucy could spend some time up here tomorrow night. Royce, what do you think?
Yeah.
Not at the same time, though, right, Royce?
I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah, the weird thing you guys do notice is the downside of the spell shield is you can see like the light, a dim light coming from like the moon coming up, but you can't see any of the stars through it. So it's a little darker than normal. And you imagine it's downright dangerous to try and get up here when there's no moon.
Yeah, first couple times I've fallen, but once you get to know the pattern, it's easy climbing up and down.
I think I'll aim to do it in the daylight then.
All right.
It's kind of it's kind of encouraging that so many Dragonborn have been able to find each other and come together in this place, but I guess it's also a little sad that they've had to do that.
Yeah. Right now we're basically outcasts in a way. They tolerate us, but don't really accept us. Look over there. That's where I trained most of my life. And he points right down where the clerics are training.
Yeah.
I do admire your people pushing to keep going, keep doing what they do best, even though it seems like the rest of the world doesn't want them. That takes a lot of guts. I think a lot of people would just give up.
When I first got here, they pushed us so hard at first, I wanted to quit. And then I was told by someone that they push us so we can strive to be better. They don't hate us, they don't dislike us, they do it so we don't screw up out there. Hey, Royce, down over there, you might want to go and take a look see. Points to the archer area. You might learn a couple things as he chuckles.
I might embarrass some people, so I really don't think that's a good idea.
I don't know. You might get a run for your coin there.
Is that an archery range? I thought you were pointing to the girls' dormitory.
Oh, oh.
I think I'd get less. I think I would embarrass less people at the girls' dormitory than the archery range. So if he was pointing there, I might go.
Different kind of education, though.
Hey, I tell you what.
Edumacation.
Some of them female Dragonborn are not bad looking.
I have a big dragon they might be scared of already, so I don't want to do that too.
Yeah, get a chance to stop over and maybe you can give them some pointers. But what time do you
Give
think?
him some tips, Royce.
Just a tip.
Just the tip, though.
Just a
Don't
tip,
worry,
though.
Alvin. I won't
Make a
give them
point.
any more.
So, Alvin, about what time did you want to bring Lucy up here in the day?
I think we'll get up tomorrow. We'll have breakfast.
Do a
We'll
little
go,
walk.
maybe go for a little walk, take an hour or so before we make our way to where we can find Io.
So you figure about noon.
Yeah, maybe a little before that. We'll see.
All right.
It's nothing urgent. I don't have like a plan or anything. I like to try to do nice things for her when I can, because sometimes I can't.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go hit the hay. So be careful climbing down.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down now with you.
Acrobatics checks or athletics on the way down, please.
Would
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
have
head
to?
down as well.
Acrobatics or athletics.
26.
Easy.
Well, I got a +3 in athletics, so that is a 15.
All right. Royce?
29 in acrobatics.
Easy peasy. Bile kind of slips up in a place, but knows the grip enough and is able to grab another one. Saves himself from falling. So you
They
guys make your way down.
refill this one hole as I slip. You guys gonna come out to meditate in the morning? Come on, Royce.
I might come laugh at you as you try to do some yoga, but
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy to do yoga like with you when it's just us. I'll make the attempt. I'll make myself look like an idiot, but
Oh,
doing
when
it
we're
around all of these people who are all really good at it, it seems like
not
a
everybody's good at it.
horrible idea.
Some are still
That
learning.
Yeah.
still, it seems foolish.
I mean,
I'm
you might
sure
get a
compared
couple.
even compared to the children here, I'm like a 3-year-old when it
You
comes to
might get a
yoga.
couple chuckles from everybody, but it's all fun. They don't rag you about it. Just come on out, have fun. Do it in the morning.
We'll see
Everybody will
how
be
I'm
out there.
feeling.
Okay.
You all have a good night.
Gooder night.
Have a gooder night.
All right, you guys can hit your long rest buttons if you need to. Guys, go to sleep in the dormitory. Wake up feeling fairly refreshed.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So what are the other three of you doing in the morning?
You know me.
Mm-hmm.
I will knock on Lucy's door and ask before I head out, do you want to go out and meditate with us?
I'm okay. Did you happen to get a hold of Penelope last night?
Oh, I'll do that today. I kind of got busy. I'll do that right now.
Okay.
Yo, Penelope. How's everything going? Need info, news, anything you need to tell us? Hope you're alive. Are you pooping?
It just says "Are you?" and then ends.
All right.
Just because I don't want to into an impersonation of Penelope. But she did just get back to the keep
I reply everything as she says it.
and has acquired information on the 10.
Also, I'm gonna take a personal trip up to Valeran since you guys apparently won't be back for a while. Okay, bye.
I relay that. Royce. Is Royce having issues with his cam?
Oh, no, his computer crashed for the 4th time tonight.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is that a hardware issue?
I have no idea. But yeah, that would be the message you get back from Penelope.
So you're gonna pass, or are you gonna come out?
Oh, I already said I was going to pass.
Oh, sorry. All right. See you at breakfast.
Enjoy.
I'll wait for Alvin. I'll wake up Alvin and get him to come out.
Okay. Tomash will come out and watch, but not participate.
Who, Tomashi said?
Mm-hmm.
So, above game, about how many Dragonborn are actually here?
The population is somewhere between 8 and 10,000 in this town city. So about like a quarter of the population of... Oh my god. I cannot remember the name of it. Give me a second. Of Aston, or like a quarter, maybe a fifth of the population of Aston is what 8 to 12,000 is, just to give you some perspective of it.
All right.
Okay. So after morning meditation, what are you doing?
Go to her office.
Okay.
And I'll let Alvin and Royce know that I will be back before breakfast, hopefully.
Okay. I assume you're doing your knock on the door so she knows it's you. Correct?
Yeah,
Come in, Bael.
I walk in. Good morning. How'd you sleep?
I slept all right. How are your companions liking the city?
Um, they're adjusting.
All right.
They like the farms and all the other areas and how we train and stuff.
Mhm.
So, Copper, for your thoughts?
I'm getting too old for this, to be honest with you.
Well, what do you mean?
Running this show, this circle.
So, you gonna retire?
I have lived the life of 5 Dragonborn with the path I chose. Yes. It's time.
Am I the only person who've talked about this?
I know. Origenston knows. The other heads of the other circle know.
Who is your successor?
That I had not decided yet.
I'm sure you probably have a couple candidates.
Not particularly.
You have no one in mind.
Some of the instructors who've been under my purview for decades or more at this point. But
But
then you came back.
okay. Still naive, not really catching on, really.
I know you have to leave. I know you have to go out and save the world. But if you took the trials now, I would stay until you came back.
He gets up, puts his hands on his hips, and like turns sideways and look like, "You want me?" Sits back down. If I took the trials, are you still going to be around?
Until you get back, yes.
No, I mean after I take the trials, when all this is said and done.
I will stay until you're fully ready to leave. If that's what you mean. It's the job of the head of the circle to oversee the transition to the new.
Yeah, you got my word. Once this is all said and done, and we deal with you know who. By the way, this place is pretty well shielded from you know who, right?
The best of my knowledge, yes.
All right. Okay. Awesome.
I will make the preparations for you to take the trial so we can begin the process and transfer power for when you return.
Alrighty.
That is the... If you need the blessing of IO, that is the closest you will get to her.
Yeah,
It.
Excuse me. Yes, we really need the blessing of IO if we're gonna stop. You know who?
All right. I assume you're going to need a day to prepare.
Yeah.
Okay. I will begin the preparations then for tomorrow.
Alrighty.
I will see you at dawn.
He gets up, bows, trips over the chair a little bit.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you then. And so we're going to take our break. See you guys back here in like 4 minutes. office. What would you like to do, Baal?
Stand outside her door and be like stunned that she asked me to take her position or take the trials to take her position. And after a few minutes, I'll go and find the gang and see what they're up to.
Okay. What is the gang up to?
About what time is it now? And have we eaten breakfast yet?
It has not. They have not served breakfast yet. They just got done with meditation hour. So the
Okay.
chow hall is when Baal finds you is just about opening up for breakfast.
Yeah, I think I'm probably just coming down for breakfast then, ready to go.
That's what I'm doing too.
Cool. Um,
I'll meet up with them.
yeah. Breakfast is they have some type of in different trays for breakfast. They have like hard boiled eggs in one of them. Some type of vegetable, probably like a bell pepper. Or at least that's what it looks like on the surface, stuffed with what looks like the same meat that was used in the casserole the previous night, and
I,
then
I,
skewers of with like grasshoppers on them between different types of vegetables for
I,
breakfast.
I whispered to the group that meat was owlbear.
Oh no, I'm no stranger to game, but I've never had owlbear before last night. Wasn't a huge fan, but seemed fine.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, but it will coat your ribs. So we
I'll
might as well
once
get
again just have a little of everything.
we might as well get a
It's
table
the
before
same.
everybody pours in.
Yeah.
I'll try a couple grasshoppers. That's probably the thing that Alvin would be least familiar with.
Okay.
I load up on grasshoppers.
Yeah.
It's good in protein.
The stuffed peppers, kind of sweet, a little spicy, so not exactly a bell pepper, but very tasty and kind of between that and the spice mixture on the meat kind of hides the gaminess of the owlbear better than the previous night. Hard boiled eggs are regular hard boiled eggs. They taste fine. Um, the grasshoppers is like marinated in like a something like garlic and onion flavored to kind of cover up the fact they taste a little bit like eating dirt. But they're very crunchy. It's not totally unpleasant experience.
When I see Karis, I'll wave him over.
We'll kind of sit down, has like 6 hard-boiled eggs on his plate and like 5 skewers, and you're like, yeah,
Um,
hi.
you might want to get some grasshoppers.
I
They're
I
good for protein.
I have 5.
Oh, you're gonna need more than that.
I'm not a fan of the peppers though, or the owlbear to be honest.
Yeah, the owlbear wasn't that great. So how'd you sleep?
Good. No better or worse than any night.
So when do you get to pick what you're gonna be or train under?
soon. I think I make the decision next year. When I turn 13.
Nice, nice.
It's pretty young to decide what you're gonna be for the rest of your life, isn't it?
I mean, they specializes here fairly early.
You'll have a head start on everyone else, that's for sure.
Well, to be honest, I got to pick mine a little younger when I was younger.
Yeah, I think it's a minimum of 2 years training here.
Does your parents weigh in on what you should do, or is this totally on you?
As far as I'm aware, it's totally on us.
Well, it's good to say that the students will be getting better gear here soon.
Yeah, that's good. We could use it.
And don't stress about it. I didn't get started on my path until I was probably 26.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, twice as old as you're gonna be.
Yeah, literally.
My path was chosen for me at birth, but I didn't really like that plan.
Joking around. Yes, Your Highness.
You're royalty?
Was.
Oh, okay.
There are all different paths to becoming who you're meant to become. Don't think that one test when you're still a teenager is gonna make or break you.
Okay.
I just sit there quiet for the most part, picking at my food a little bit as I eat it.
Okay. And you see him in, like, literally in, like, just all the grasshoppers off one of the skewers.
So what's they got you training for today?
I don't know, actually. I think we're doing more drills in one of the courtyards. They got this thing and it's made out of like wood and you can block and it will spin and attack you and things. They train us on that pretty much every day.
Do you like it?
It's kind of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Focus on that. What's fun for you? What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? The rest of your life is a long time. You don't want to spend it stuck in something you have no passion for.
Yeah, that's true. Worst case, if I don't follow it, I can just, work on, being a blacksmith or something, maybe, if it doesn't end up being for me.
World needs blacksmiths too.
It's true.
Even if you don't become a blacksmith, you can become an herbalist and help, come up with cures.
Yep.
Arguably, the world needs blacksmiths and herbalists a hell of a lot more than it needs more heroes right now.
Um, just like above game, like with everybody's perception except for Tomash's, who's just kind of like eating. You all notice that like every single Dragonborn student has like 2 or 3 full glasses of milk in front of them with breakfast and just basically chug it down.
Oh, I got milk
I
too.
just I
And
just clock it. I
and
just clock it, but I don't say anything.
yeah, it's like the final gear locking into place to figuring out Bael, and you're like,
I'm chuckling on the inside as I sit
Mhm.
there looking at all of this like I fucking get it, but I still don't understand.
Well, does a body good.
yeah.
So, what your guys' plans from today?
Well, what was your meeting about this morning, Bael? When do we go see Io?
Oh boy, that.
Doesn't sound like a promising start.
Well, what was her name again?
Seher.
The hair is at that age where she's going to be retiring soon. And she has asked me to take her place.
Oh, wow.
But she's going to stay on until after this whole you know who debacle is dealt with.
Is that what you want?
If it helps our people out, yeah. And if it helps to restore to the balance to get the other races to accept us again, yeah.
Then I'm happy for you.
But tomorrow morning, I have to take a trial.
Okay.
So I got a little bit of time on my hand before I go and prepare myself.
Well, Bael, I know that what you really wanted was to build a great temple in some other part of the world.
Oh, that's still going to happen.
Okay. And hey, as I seem to be the only landowner there at the moment, I think I can freely say that you can always use Lilcene.
I think I'll do that.
We'd be happy to have you. Or perhaps you could erect something in the ruins where Sodoba once stood,
Hmm,
as sort of a reconciliation with the way Valerin has treated dragons and dragonborns all these years.
something we could discuss down the road.
Plenty of options.
But I'm going to go and make some rounds before we have to leave this place. I suggest that each Ian's go and explore.
So
Thing is,
what about Io? Is that something that happens after your trial?
I think it may be part of the trial.
Okay.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, and do you know much about this trial? What kinds of things are you gonna have to do? Is it something we can help you with?
About game, would I know anything about it?
Nope.
I know absolutely nothing. That's probably why I'm going to go make my rounds and ask around.
Yeah, we'll see what we can find out too.
Cool, cool. Well, I'm going to go and watch some students for a little bit and then mentally prepare myself and probably physically prepare myself also. If Royce was talking, I couldn't hear him. But you all have a good day. I'll see you around.
Have a gooder one.
You have a good one. I want to go and watch Karis train for a while.
Okay. I mean, you watch him and some of the other monks training, or potential future monks or fighters training. For only being there for 8 or 9 months, Garrus is fairly good. Or
How's
Kiris.
how's his footwork?
Looks like somebody who's only been doing it for 8 or 9 months. But the hand-eye coordination and the fighting ability is there.
I'll walk up to the instructor. Long time.
Oh, good, he's back.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you weren't the worst. That is true.
I still like my bananas.
Of course you do.
I bring you something. And he reaches in his pouch and pulls out a flower from the Feywild.
It's not from this planet, is it?
It's from the Fey.
Interesting. Never thought in a million years you'd end up there, but stranger things have happened.
Oh, it's been a strange year plus.
Yes.
I even died twice.
Fascinating.
So how's the students coming along?
Same old, same old.
Any setbacks?
Ah, I had a few kids from your class that instead of graduating decided to go into the fields or one of the shops, but other than that, pretty much par for the course.
Students are looking pretty good. I'm especially interested in knowing how Karis is doing.
For only being here 9 months, he's in the top percent of his age group.
What would you rank him in the higher age groups?
The issue is, and you've obviously been a student here and know how this works. Once you pick your specialization, 13, at least for the fighters like him, that's normally when we start to look at rank and weeding people out. But he'll easily make it through that process.
Nice, nice.
With whatever he picks, to be honest.
Looking over the instructor, is he looking pretty damn good health?
Yeah.
Not wavering it at all?
No. But you do know that the guys that ran the fighter and monk side of things were always a little bit on the buffer healthier side, and they normally retire a little bit younger too. But still in good health.
So, do you still do that special footwork training?
More of the advanced stuff, depending on what school they pick.
Well, with things going on right now, you might want to up their training a little harder, just in case.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you probably have an idea you've been told.
Yes.
So just in case something does happen, you might want to push them a little harder. Like you did me back in the day.
To be fair, they did pull you out from this side of the school fairly young.
Hmm. I still wanted to train.
That's true. Oh,
Alright.
okay.
What?
Where are you headed? Are you headed somewhere else next, or what are the rest of you guys? Where are the rest of you guys exploring?
I'll ask Lucy. Bael showed me this cool place last night. I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like during the day. Do you want to come check it out? And we'll climb up the tower.
Cool. Before you do above game, the Nats just dropped the best tweet of all time. Final
Hmm.
score: the Mets had a lot of hits, but then again, so did Nickelback.
I mean, where's the lie?
It's true. Look, it's a good joke. It's a great joke, even. But yeah, you guys can climb up the tower.
What do you think I'm climbing? That's cute.
How high is your jump feature?
I'm casting levitation, honey.
Oh shit. From the
So when
staff.
she,
Would you
so
like it
when,
too, Alvin?
no, it's okay. I can climb. So I'll climb up, and when I get there, I'll just extend a hand to Lucy and kind of pull her onto the tower. Because I think levitate is only vertical. You can't go horizontal.
Right.
So I'll just give you a hand.
Thank you.
Oh. So this is it.
Yeah. There is a picnic basket up there, by the way.
I wonder who left this up here.
Indeed. I wonder.
I swear it wasn't me. I I I do not have the resources to put something like this together in a place I know nothing about.
We
Well,
do
I'll
know
open it
people
up
who
and
do.
hmm?
We do know people who do, though.
Sure. Right. I just crack a smile and like, Bael, you son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Inside is a charcuterie board and all kinds of like finger sandwiches.
Well,
And instead of a bottle of wine, a bottle of milk and a note just saying from Bael.
aw. Well, it looks like lunch is served.
So, how do we feel about this morning's news?
I don't know, the idea of Bael leading these people, I mean, it seemed a little odd at first, but the more I kind of turn it over in my mind, Yeah, why not him? He'd be perfect for it.
I don't disagree. Be weird not having him with us, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the deal he made is that he doesn't have to start until after we're all done with our green friend.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
think when that's all over, I think we will all kind of have earned the right to do whatever we want.
it's fair. Speaking of our green friend, he did contact Penelope this morning.
What was she able to find out?
She said she had lots of information. Obviously, the spell can only handle so much. She is back at the keep. Since we'll be a little while longer, she's going to make a trip for herself to Valeran.
Well, it's good that she's safe.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, seems that way.
Because we'll find out the rest of the information if we either go back home or tell her to somehow get here.
I think we could probably use a trip back home, especially if the keep is nearly finished. And there is another temple we have to go to in Valeran, and there's whatever that tower was that I saw in my dream. Those both seem like they could be pretty important.
Yeah, we should probably go back when we're done here.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Fine.
You haven't really chatted that much since, or we haven't really chatted that much about Bryn.
I mean, I think we
What?
both agree that wasn't really Bryn anymore.
Oh yeah, of course not. But it was still tough seeing her again.
I agree, but I also think we knew that that was probably going to come.
Yeah, when she disappeared that way, it was probably inevitable that that's what happened and that's who caused it, and that's always what was going to happen. But
When you make deals like that with bad people, bad things tend to happen.
yeah, it didn't really make it any easier to see her again, though. I just kept going back in my mind to that time she died and we brought her back.
I don't feel like she was ever the same person once we brought her back.
Yeah, I guess no one's ever really the same.
I mean, it felt different than like when we brought Baal back.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, maybe the pact she made with the Whispered One was interfering with that resurrection spell in some way, and maybe it was because she had been a vampire, or I don't know.
I don't know either. I just know it felt off.
Yeah. But the Raven Queen did tell me that Bryn had, her soul had passed on, that she was beyond, that she was safe.
Good, good. I'll just be happy when this whole traveling thing is over and we're just done with gods and wannabe gods and
Yeah, I am ready to settle down, and that still seems like a long way off. When as I'm saying this, I kind of look out over the Dragonborn city,
Mm-hmm.
saying like it's kind of a shame that all these people had to come here just to just to be away from all the people who hate them out there. But they have managed to build something pretty impressive.
is breathtaking.
I will say it is much more impressive in the daylight, and you guys see just out over the city the hustle and bustle. Red Dragonborn, Blue Dragonborn, Black Dragonborn, Green Dragonborn. You can see the metallics too, coppers and golds, and heads bobbing up in the fields and stuff, planting and tending to crops, just walking through the streets into the distance.
Yeah, it makes me sad that they have to keep it all secret.
Well, maybe someday they won't, but that's a battle for a different day.
Yeah.
This is nice though. Thank you, Alvin. It's very pretty of
Oh,
you.
of course. Have you thought about it at all?
About
What
what?
what 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 you want to do when this is all over?
Go back to the little scene with you.
Oh, really?
What else would I do, Alvin?
I wouldn't presume. I'd be more than happy, of course, but if I've learned anything about you in this past year or so, it's people who try to tell you what to do don't usually have a good time of it.
I suppose that's fair, but no one's telling me to do this. I've told you multiple times that we will rebuild Lucine.
Well, I kind of assumed you meant you'd help me lay a few bricks and then get out of town. Get on with your own life.
I mean, I suppose that's an option, but where would I go? I'm not particularly welcomed back home right now.
Yeah, I don't really have much of a home left, so I guess why don't we try to build our own?
I like that.
And I just give her a kiss. And after a few minutes, after we're done with lunch, we'll climb back down.
Very carefully.
with the picnic basket.
Okay. Sounds good. What would you guys like? What would the four of you like to do with the rest of your day?
How much, how much time do we have left in the day?
Probably about 6.5, 7 hours before sunset. So, because it's just about noon now.
And remind me how long it takes to scribe a scroll.
It depends on the spell level. Second level,
2 or 3, I haven't decided yet.
so it is 4 hours per spell level.
Okay. So, could I do a second level with 8 hours?
I mean, you could do a third level and still get a long rest in
Okay,
because it's
I'll do that
12
then.
hours, but it'd be the rest of your day.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I will get started on that then, if
Okay.
there's paper and ink available.
There is shops here, right?
There are shops here. Also, when you run into Tomash, he currently has. I forgot to have him make it the last 2 days, so he has. Plus 17 bottles of ink. So he can give you 3.
Okay, thanks.
That sounds great. Can you give me 3 as well?
Yeah. So he is back down to where he started.
And so we know nothing about these trials. Tomorrow, I'm just gonna try to scribe a scroll that might help Bael.
Okay.
Um, so I'm gonna make him a scroll of protection from energy.
I'm going to make a counter spell scroll.
Okay.
Or sorry, not protection from energy. I'm gonna make him a dispel magic scroll.
Okay.
Will probably be more useful.
I was going to say, I don't even know what protection from energy does.
It's like you pick an elemental damage type and you have resistance to it for the next minute or something like that.
Ah. Yep.
Oh no, it's next hour,
Mm-hmm.
but it's concentration.
Got it. All right. But so counterspell and dispel magic scroll. So I will need an Arcana check for you guys. It equals 13. This is
I have the guidance, Lucy.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't need it. I have a 21.
perfect.
$17.
Easy enough for you guys to make them over the next 12 hours. You'll be done at midnight, roughly. Royce, do you want to do anything with the rest of your awesome day?
Because
Yeah.
we're probably going to be skipping dinner, we'll just eat what's left of the charcuterie and the
Cool.
snacks.
Checks out. Royce, you doing anything during your day?
No, I'm good.
Cool. Cool. Bael.
The rest of my day, I would like spend a good bit watching Karis and get to know him a little better, and then I will go off into the middle of the fields and prepare myself mentally, meditate.
Okay. Sounds good. And then I assume you guys who aren't making spell scrolls are doing dinner in the chow hall again.
Yeah.
Let me get you guys tonight's menu real quick. There is what you now know is owlbear but this time it is made into meatloaf with some type of gravy. There is also some type of vegetable dumpling served in a soup, as well as roasted sweet potatoes and a roasted veggie sandwich. So, like, fire roasted, like, bell peppers and onions and tomatoes kind of sliced and then put on toast. Cool. Anything else you guys are doing before bed?
When we finish the scrolls, is Bael still awake?
I don't know. Are you still awake at midnight, Bael? Or are you going to get a good night sleep for the trials tomorrow?
I'll eat and then get a good night's sleep.
Okay. So, no, he will not be.
Okay. Um, so I think if Lucy agrees, I would try to slide the two scrolls like underneath his door or like put them next to his bed with a note that just says like thanks for lunch. We made you these. Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are in a bunk room, so like it's you can slide them into his pouch on
Sure.
the side too.
So yeah, go ahead and add those two to your inventory, Bael.
I'll write them down.
Yeah, probably easier. Okay. And since you guys lost a spell slot, you guys can hit your long rest buttons. And Tomash is gonna crank out.
And you said protection from energy?
No,
Dispel magic and
Dispel.
counterspell.
Dispel magic and counterspell. He will crank out 3 more vials of ink. All right. Anybody praying before bed? Nope.
I always do.
Oh, that's right. You always do. Everybody else is done. Okay.
I do sometimes.
That's true. You do sometimes. I mean, you did finally actually get Aerithid instead of
Right?
Magno for once.
That was great.
Um. All right. Bael, I assume you're doing your typical morning routine tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. After that, and after breakfast, Sawyer will find you guys. Look at you, Bael. Are you ready?
As ready as I can be.
Right.
I follow.
You got this, buddy.
I mean, you guys can follow behind too.
Oh, okay. I'd follow behind.
Okay. Which leads you out a back gate, not the way you guys came into the circle. This subsection of town, and down a couple streets. And out a different exit of the city. And into the woods. In the middle of the woods, this forgotten, partially collapsed church. Go straight through. To the central chamber, straight ahead.
I look back at her and I look back at my companions. Well, see you on the other side.
You got this, buddy.
I need everybody except for Bael to make a perception check.
$18.
24.
All right.
22.
22. I'll roll for Tomasz. He'll take his passive of 11. What was it again, Alvin?
Oh,
What'd you get?
man.
What'd you get, Alvin?
18.
Royce, you kind of see, like, as he walks through, like, the partially collapsed doorway, like, this kind of, like, shimmer happen as he walks through it. Tomasz kind of, like, grabs his mace, like he's ready to combat, and kind of walks, and just basically, boop, bounces off of it.
Wherever he just went, he's there alone.
There's not much we can do to help him, I don't think.
There are torches lit, and dusty and damaged crates, but you see another partially collapsed door leading into the central chamber.
I look around, make sure nothing's lurking, and then I'll head towards it.
As you enter into the main chamber, you can see statues of Dragonborn figures holding swords or weapons, 3 of them on each side. And at the end, a statue with the heads of the 5 primal dragons.
Including Tiamat?
So, no, the 5 primal dragons, so the 5 chromatic dragons. So, basically Tiamat, but not Tiamat, like after Tiamat was broken into them.
Take in the area, look around.
Okay.
See if anything's out of place or
Okay. Doesn't seem like anything's out of place.
I'll head to the first statue on the left.
Okay. As soon as you step through, like, the threshold fully to like start to go to the stairs, you hear the booming kind of echoing, drawn out voice of Io in your head. So, they think you're ready.
If they think I'm ready, then I guess I'm ready.
I'll see about that.
Which one's speaking to me?
None of them are speaking to you. It's in your head.
Oh. So what does this trial... What should I do?
Your best.
Say to myself, wow, that was kind of dumb of a question of me.
But you didn't come here just to do the trial. You came here with a secondary purpose.
Yes, to get the blessing of IO.
My blessing. Above game, who has the trammels in their backpack or bag of belonging?
I know Baal has one on him, I think.
Yeah, I had written them down in my inventory, but like I kind of assumed that we're each carrying one.
Okay.
Like we've been sort of role playing it that way.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Huh. For this, and you feel your backpack move, and the tremble kind of flies out and is now like above your head.
I look up. Yes, it would be highly grateful if you could bless that.
Then do your best. With your passive perception, you hear the statue crack and creak.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Is it like moving, coming towards me?
It seems like it's gonna come alive any second.
Back up and prepare myself just in case.
Okay. Out of it comes this. The statue kind of flies out into the center of the room and lands. It is the image of a Draco Hydra. I need you to roll initiative, please.
Blackjack.
$21.
Yes, sir.
You're
No,
all...
I've read up on these, right?
Yes.
And what kind of spray damage do they do?
They can do anything the chromatic dragons can do. So, you're up first. What are you doing?
long does this thing chromatic protection last?
What protection?
My ability that I could do, that I could protect myself.
I believe you have to do it as a reaction.
Oh, is it a reaction?
Yeah. Yeah, you have lightning resistance. No, you get immunity for 10 minutes for lightning.
Alright. I thought I had one where I could pick whatever.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so do you want to say that was what you did when you backed up and got yourself prepared?
Yeah.
Okay, so then take your turn now.
Supposed to defeat it.
And you hear in your head when it's summoned, then fight. What you doing?
This is not an elemental fae or fiend, right?
Correct.
So it's just a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if I could pop something that could give me. I'll bonus action spiritual hammer.
Okay.
Uh,
Spiritual weapon.
yeah,
Cool.
that's second level.
Mm-hmm.
And that attacks 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 13.
Okay.
Then I'll just move up to attack.
Okay.
Armor class 21.
That'll hit.
For 10. And then 6.
10 bludgeoning, 6 radiant.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It is now its turn. Okay, first attack's going to miss with a nat 1. Second one will hit for 10 cold damage. Third one will also miss. Fourth one will also miss. Fifth one is also a nat 1 and a miss. And then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Is this a spell?
Nope.
Natural 17 plus 3.
Okay. So you will take half damage. Sorry, I gotta do manual. Which is 20 points of acid damage. It's your go. What you gonna do?
I'm going to. That kind of hurt a little bit. That was 30 points of damage. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Third level.
Okay.
I get 23 back.
Okay.
And yes, I added the 5 extra points because at third level.
Yep. Okay.
And then bonus action.
Spiritual weapon attacks. Yeah.
That is a 15 to hit. And his bonuses are pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 4 points. No, not 4.
1d8 plus 6. Yeah. 7.
Yeah, 7.
Cool.
And then my attack.
You're done because action.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's nothing to hide behind.
Nope.
All right. Brace myself behind the shield.
Okay. I rolled nat 1, 3, 3, 3, nat 1. So the 5 heads miss. But at the start of its turn, while it is snapping at you, you notice that where you had broken the scales off, the scales heal. Like, you need to do some damage to this, or shit may go sideways fast. And make another dexterity saving throw for me, please.
18.
Okay. So you'll take half, which is 22 points of cold damage. And it's your turn again.
All right, guiding bolt, 5th level.
Okay.
What can it be a 20? So that is a 31 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
27.
Okay.
Guiding bolt's in action, right?
Yep, but you can still bonus action spiritual weapon.
Yeah. $19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh wow. 14.
14 points of damage. As your spiritual weapon strikes the target, the green dragon, so the acid head, kind of goes limp. Cool. You would also notice that it doesn't heal on this turn.
And no, I did not take the advantage with the.
You have to take it on the next attack.
On my next attack?
No, on the next attack against the target.
Oh, so
Roll a second d20 for the spiritual weapon and see if you crit dive. You actually crit dove, didn't you? Yeah, okay. So roll a d8.
Oh, 7.
So that plus 14 is 21. So it's 6 more points of damage than you did. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, plus 6 on top of that.
Yeah, I already got that.
All right.
All right, so its turn. It's happening again. So that is 10 points of cold damage, 10 points of fire damage, 10 points of lightning damage, but you're immune. And then 20 points of poison damage.
So 40.
Uh-huh. And it's your go.
Action, I'm casting heal.
Okay.
That puts me up to full.
Okay. Because it's what, 78 points?
Yes, sir.
Cool. And then I assume your spiritual weapon is attacking?
Yep. $23 for 13.
All right. For 13?
Yeah.
All right. You see a little bit of the damage that the spiritual weapon did. To heal back up. When it starts its turn against you now. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. Nat 20. So 20 points of poison damage. And it still doesn't have its weapon back. And now it's your turn again.
Alright, so 4th level guiding bolt.
I was gonna say, I think you still have a 5th level too, right?
Yeah, I'm saving that in case I need to heal.
True. Okay.
That's 11 plus 12.
23.
23.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's shit. 23.
Yeah. 23 will hit. How much
No,
damage?
no. 23 damage. I rolled it on the website.
Oh, okay.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon. I'm aiming for the
Big hit, no
which one?
whammies.
You said the green one's dead.
Yes.
All right, I'm aiming for the red one.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 will just hit. That's its AC.
All right, for 12. Oh, wait a minute. Advantage.
Yeah, you're at advantage.
All right, so that is a 23.
Not a crit, but yeah, I'll still hit. Okay. For 12 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. As you strike it with the second weapon, the white dragon's head will go limp. And you notice it does not heal again at the start of this turn.
Saying to myself, is it the guiding bolt?
Make a history check.
red dot means I have an advantage, or
Mm.
huh?
No, that means you have expertise, so you get your plus, or or you have proficiency. So
All right, so it's a 22.
okay. Typically, hydras have not like, god damn it, what is it called in D&D when you take extra damage? Vulnerability to like a necrotic or radiant type damage, but typically those type of damages, and in some types of hydras it could be fire. Imagine not, because this is a firehead, actually will cause the heads to stay dead permanently.
All right.
All right, so it is going to attack with its 3 heads now. That's 10 points of fire damage. The lightning head will miss. And the poison head will miss with back-to-back nat 1s. However, it got its breath weapon back. So make another dexterity saving throw, please.
17.
That is meets it, beats it. So you will take half, which is 13 points of fire damage. And it's now your turn.
You're torn. Sound like you said torn.
It's pronounced Torbjorn. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Fourth level guiding bolt at the redhead.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a natural 17.
So that'll hit.
For 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapons attacking at advantage, yeah. Model nat 20.
No. Got a 17 though. But I max damage for 8 plus 6.
So 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Your plan seems to be working. It's at the end of your turn. When the spiritual weapon strikes it, the fire head will die. It is down to 2 heads. Once again, will not regenerate health on its turn. All right. Lightning head will miss you. Poison head will hit for 10 points of damage. And I will not make you make a dexterity saving throw, but it will use its lightning breath at you, which you are immune to.
So, my turn. Alright.
I saw the GIF first, by the way, and I had to scroll up. So thanks.
Outstanding. I'm so happy.
First level guiding bolt.
First level guiding bolt, not third level? Okay.
That's a 16 plus 12.
Alright, big money, no whammies.
Oh, damn, 19 points. Yes, I was aiming for the non-lightning head.
Okay, so you're gonna aim for the poison head. So 19 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, spiritual weapon. That's an 11.
At advantage.
Oh, man. Alright, I'll take the 11.
Alright.
That would hit with its bonuses.
Yeah, because it's plus 10 or 11, so.
6 plus 6, 12.
12 points of damage. That is 31 points of damage on your turn?
Yeah.
As the spiritual weapon will hit. And kill the poison head. So it will flail at you and successfully hit you with its lightning bite attack and send another lightning breath at you, but it will not do anything. Now your turn.
Well, first level, guiding bolt. Oh, I forgot to mark the one off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 12 plus 12 is 24.
Okay. 4.
Damn! 6, 6, 6. And whatever, and 5, 23.
Oh my god.
That's a 12 to hit, and another 12, so that hits for 12.
So 23 and 12 is 35 points of damage.
Yeah.
How would your spiritual weapon like to do this?
Spiritual weapon will come up in the Io's form and just crush its last head into the ground. Nothing fancy.
Okay. As you do, your eyes roll back. And you black out as you hear Io's head. Knowing when to resort to violence is often as important as knowing when to heal someone. When to use your magic for good versus to harm a thing. You'll need to do both. And soon.
18 wisdom. I just rolled to see if I can catch the meaning behind that a little bit. Because it's wise words. But I had my wisdom bonus modifier.
Yeah, add your wisdom. Add your wisdom to it, so you're +6.
21. 15 plus 6 is 21.
You get the general idea that she's saying you'll need to be more aggressive in the future if you want success in this journey.
I am. If I can kneel, I'll kneel while she's speaking.
You are fucking passed out, bro.
In the dream or whatever.
You're not in a dream. You just went black and heard this voice in your head. Above game, you now have the Blessing of Io. So you have all 5 of the chromatic breath weapons.
Oh.
And the resistances to the 5 chromatic damage types. Yeah. With that wisdom roll, you basically get the idea. It's like, maybe I should throw guiding bolts out like that a little more often. Maybe she was trying to tell me something I didn't know about myself.
Try to get rid of the naive part a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wake up in the same spot where you passed out, and the statue that broke off into the Draco Hydra, the Draco Hydra broke out of the wall, is back completely repaired.
I'll walk up to it, kneel, and walk out.
Okay. You have no idea how long you were unconscious for, but you walk out and it is easily past noon, probably closer to 1:30 in the afternoon. Royce would know that because of keen mind.
Same day or different?
Same day. But when you walk out, I know you guys are waiting for him.
I'll have the the blessing on the side of my belt.
Yeah.
Like
So
tucked
you can see like the trammel making the same humming sound yours did, Alvin, like on his hip. And it kind of like goes between like the 5 chromatic dragon colors a little bit, like inside, like between the lines.
Royce, why don't you tell him what you have first?
Like 3 jars of peanut butter and like 5 loaves of bread in my hands.
And behind him, Alvin is standing there with like probably a little cart he rented in town that's just piled high with bushels upon bushels, like a Donkey Kong Country level of bananas.
I don't think the backpack will hold that much, but I'll stuff it as best I can.
We
You
figured you
earned it.
needed some food.
He does look pretty beat up though.
Oh yeah.
Lyle, do you need healing?
I always need healing.
Take a
Hey,
point.
Alvin, I can revive him if need be too.
Above game, how many diamonds do you have?
Enough.
I've got 3 plus a scroll, so I can do it over times.
I've learned a lot in there.
Good.
It was a hard fight. How long was I gone for?
Couple hours, maybe?
After I defeated that Hydra, I
You had
blacked
to fight
out.
a Hydra?
Yeah,
Whoa.
with an acid head, a cold head, a fire head, a lightning head. Uh,
You
So a
hear though,
head.
you won.
yeah, I whittled the other ones down until the lightning was the last one. They couldn't hurt me.
Io seems to be pleased. And I indicate the trammel.
I pull it out. Oh, 2 down. Who wants some sandwiches?
Just for today, Bael, I think we all want sandwiches.
You know what? I'll break my rule and have one just because today.
I'll make banana peanut butter sandwiches. Do you want some jam on it? Where should we go? I know, the fields.
Yeah. When you would sneak out of the spell shield, there is a field of wildflowers near here. You didn't know this temple was here. You never came out this far. Between here and back, there is a field of wildflowers that you know about. Kind of in like a clearing between groups of forest trees.
Over this way. Nice little spot. I'll lead them there. As we're walking, I'll heal myself. I'll use my daily.
Hmm. You guys can have your picnic there and then head back inside.
Hey, Lucy, you might like some of these flowers to take back to the Fae.
I don't plan.
Your mic cut out.
I don't plan on going back to the Feywild.
I mean, alright. I wonder what tests are coming up next.
Well, we should probably head back to Lucine and see what Penelope was able to find. It sounded too sensitive to send over a sending spell.
When do you want to leave? Tomorrow morning?
Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
Alright.
Maybe we can see if our friend can teleport us out of here once we're clear of the spell shield, of course.
Alright, let's head back. I want to check up on Karis' training. And I want to inform. Oh, she already knows. That's right. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got whacked a little too hard.
Okay. You guys head back into town
Yeah.
through
Uh,
one of the shimmering doors, which is still odd to see just like a ruined building and walk through a door and be in a completely different place. It's not something you get used to after doing once or twice.
Yeah, I think I'm still pretty blown away by it.
Get a chance. Check out some of the shots we have. You might find something.
Oh no, we're good friends. I cleaned them all out of bananas this afternoon.
Ah,
It's true.
I'll put
If
as
you
much.
want me to deduct any money for those right, just let me
Yeah,
know.
we'll figure it out after.
Okay.
I'll put as much as I can in my backpack before it's at capacity. You know, as we're walking, a bag of holding can come in handy too.
I mean, above game, between the five of us, we have the equivalent of 15 bags of holding.
Yeah, but extra storage room wouldn't hurt.
No. Actually, let me
Like
double check.
just the equivalent storage, because these hold 1,500 pounds. A
Yeah, I
bag of
can't remember if
holding is
bag of holding
500.
is. Oh, it is 500. I thought it was 1,000 for some
Yeah.
reason. But yeah,
I always thought there was like 3 or 4 different types of bag of holdings.
there used to be.
Wasn't the highest like 3,000 pounds it can hold or something like that?
No, the highest was 1,500, which is how I came up with the backpack of belonging. All right. You guys want to do anything with the rest of your afternoon?
I want to send a message to Willem
Okay.
asking if he has any of the extra backpacks available. If so, I like to purchase one and anything that can help a monk.
I mean, I'll look on both, but no guarantees.
Can you let me know before tomorrow when we leave the order?
Certainly.
All right. I'm gonna go and if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna go and check up on Karis. Maybe Royce, you could go to the archery section.
Kick some people's asses.
Yeah, they're
I'll
always
go.
up for a challenge.
I'll go with you, Bael, if you don't mind.
Lucy,
Come with you.
all right. Royce,
I'm just gonna go with you, Bile.
all right. The whole party's gonna
I don't
show.
really want to go shoot arrows.
Do it enough.
Go and watch him, see how he's doing. If he's having a good day or a bad day.
Okay. He seems to be doing fairly well. Not too much like improvement from the morning. Sorry, I'm looking up and seeing if Willem actually does have any monk items in his inventory. So yeah.
Do we above game? Do we still have any of Prom's items?
No.
We don't have any of Proms or Brins. Unless someone kept something in for a memento. I don't know.
Found it. Cool. Yeah, but yeah, above game you guys do not have.
We sold prom stuff back to Willem, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, above game, we could always get a portable hole.
I'm just confused as to why we need more storage right now. I'm like
He wants
less
another
than
thing for no, dude. You can easily fit bananas in your backpack belonging.
yeah.
All right.
You have almost nothing in there right now that
Right.
weighs anything. Yeah.
I turned to the instructor. Um, how long until he decides to pick his specialty?
Same instructor from early in the morning. I mean, you obviously picked early, or they saw your talents. Normally it's 2 years training, or sorry, 3 years training, or 13, whichever comes first.
I reach into my backpack and pull out the hat of disguise.
Mm-hmm.
When he picks his, can you give this to him?
The red one. That one.
Cares. Yeah.
Cares. Yes,
One notes for me.
will do.
I don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
And one other thing,
Me, yes.
and I take out from my backpack the suit of plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
regular mundane plate armor
Mhm.
and I say like this is something I used to wear, but I've sort of made some upgrades since then. I'll I'll give it to you, and you find a use for it, whatever student you deem worthy of it.
We have a bunch of fighters about to graduate from our school, so this would go to good use.
I'm sure it will.
We're gonna be leaving in the morning. I passed that test.
Ah, so I'll be taking from orders from you soon enough then.
If I survive the upcoming impending doom,
I'm sure you will.
but you have a good day.
All right.
And as before I walk away, I turn. Remember this trick? And I turn to Karis, pick up a rock, and throw it at his feet as he goes to step
Mm-hmm.
to see if he steps on it or totally avoids it.
Has 14 plus 1 for a 15, so he'll avoid it.
Good footwork.
Eggs? It's the instructor kind of giving you like a little side eye.
Oh, come on, you did it to us.
It's true.
I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
What now, guys?
Well, I think maybe we contact Sawyer again and see if maybe we can get a quick teleport out of here tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I have one third level left. But I did contact him earlier, and if he finds anything out that I asked about, I'll ask him. But I'm gonna go soak in a hot, steaming tub.
You've earned it.
Uh, if you guys want to, you can check out the library. You might find some more information on about us Dragonborn.
Yeah. You guys are still in the courtyard area near the trainers having this conversation.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to figure out where you guys are. This green dragonborn, kind of teens-ish, maybe 3 or 4 years younger than Bile, will kind of come up. I was supposed to give this to you, Bile.
Take it. Read it.
It is from the Dragon Vada. And you all have been invited for dinner at the keep this evening.
Good news. Dragonwater invited us to dinner tonight.
Oh, that sounds fun. Maybe he has something better than owlbear.
Yeah, that food was a little unbearable.
Not my favorite.
I just killed Royce. All right, I'll see you guys in a couple hours. They walked away. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
I just as Bael's walking away, I'll just catch up to him and lay on hands him for how many do you need?
uh, I'm only down like 15, but
I'll lay on hands him for 15 and
Okay.
it's like go easy on yourself.
All right. You guys have about 2 hours before dinner. What would you guys like to do?
nice hot bath, and then get into my garbs for the dinner.
All right.
My armor is probably nicer than any clothes I have, so I'm just staying as is.
Okay.
I mean, I could have the garbs sent to their rooms for them, right?
Not on this short notice because of the difference in build,
Okay.
unfortunately.
I'll pick out one of my fancy dresses.
Okay. And Maurice, you're just cleaning the blood out of your armor like normal. I assume the laugh was a yes. Okay. Tomash will do the same. Anybody have anything they want to do before dinner?
Just gonna
Oh,
polish up my armor.
Cool.
um, I I am suitably stunned when I see Lucy in her fancy dress. And I extend my elbow in a very gentlemanly fashion.
I take it.
Right. 5 of you grouped up, ready to head for dinner. And we'll pick up there next week.
Woohoo!
Alrighty.
Well done, Sir Axis.
Seriously. We'll be back Wednesday. For Odor on episode 9. We'll be back next week for episode 40.
Over the hill.
Oh my god, over the hill, all downhill from here, boys. We're gonna raid one of our friends if you guys are watching this live. If not, like and subscribe and all that other good stuff if you guys are watching the VOD.
Be
and
gooder.
we'll see you guys next week.